上一集我们在这个海景旅馆找到了凶杀案现场，那么这边暂时就没有其他事情了，我们先离开这个海景酒店。那这里我们出来之后呢，先打开地图给大家看一下啊。之前我是没有找到这个补给箱，但是这个补给箱它是真实存在的。那我们既然知道在哪儿呢，先去找一下。它就在酒店后边这个街道啊，这里有一条小路，然后在这两个垃圾箱中间，这里有一个补给箱。好，我们把这些东西全拿了，然后再回到酒店的门口。可以看到这边是有一个回响。
To sort the clues based on my interpretation, to change that which I observed. It was all a play. Shadows on the wall of the cave, an echo of the true events that happened somewhere else. Was I there to watch the shadows, or was I a shadow too? In a performance set up for someone else.
看完这个回响呢，接下来我们准备前往这个国会大厦，回到自己的家，看看爱丽丝有没有留下新的线索。好，我们直接进入到下一章回城。这里有一个房间可以调查一下。
Alice had turned the bathroom into a dark room.
这里有一张照片，可以看到艾伦死亡的场景。这个房间其实没什么东西，主要就是过来调查一下。然后这里有一台电脑，里边有几封邮件可以看一下。看完这些邮件之后，我们再回过头发现这里有一个电视。接下来呢就是看这些影片，总共有4段。
After Ellen died, I didn't leave the apartment. I was flattened by the confusion, the shock, the guilt, fear. could barely get out of bed. Barry Wheeler started visiting. He even cooked me meals. I couldn't stand the guy when I first met him, but he's a better friend than I gave him credit for. And he still checks in, even after he moved out west.
这段影片大概就是说，巴瑞时不时会过来照看爱丽丝，然后爱丽丝呢也从以前讨厌他，现在逐渐有改观，觉得这个朋友还是不错的。然后这里呢是第2段影片。
One morning, I saw a deer soar past my bedroom window. It was a balloon of some cartoon animal. And I looked out at the street below, and I saw a little girl crying. Like losing that balloon had just ended her whole world. It was the perfect image of the horror of caring. And that's when I got myself out of bed. And I picked up my camera.
这里是第3段影片。
There was something in the dark. Something I needed to see, to show. The more shadows I photographed and filmed, the more I felt like I was on the verge of a breakthrough. I submerged myself in it. I only went out at night. My search became obsessive, but I still had no idea what I was looking for.
好，那么最后一段影片呢，就在这个房间里。
There's a world hidden behind ours. A dark tide ebbing and flowing against reality. Faces in the shadows. Fear of the dark is really just fear of what could be, that vast, paralyzing ocean. But photography can freeze reality in a snapshot, put a cage around the infinite and capture it. I need to prove those faces are really there.
好，那么这些影片全部看完之后呢，我们再进入到电视当中触发剧情。
The full manuscript of a novel. Return. A horror story about the dark presence escaping from the dark place, taking over Bright Falls. I couldn't remember writing it. I had not written it. I would never write this. I knew who had. Scratch. A monster with my face. If this story came true, Scratch would get out, people would die. Destroying the manuscript, it wouldn't stop it from happening. I would have to fix it, edit it. I could not change the genre of the story. I'd have to work within the constraints set by Scratch. I needed someone in the story to fight the darkness. Saga Anderson. I kept seeing her in my visions. She was already in Bright Falls, already involved, but she was not in Return. Not yet. I'd write her in. Try to stop Scratch within the limits of the horror story. It was almost impossible. It was taking too long. I had not reached the end.
啊，那这一章到这里就结束了。但是呢，这一集实在是太短了，那我们就直接前往下一章。这个歌曲直接跳过，和之前是重复的。
Scratch stopped me before I could finish my edits to the manuscript. The memory of my edits was already fading. Terrible things would happen if the manuscript came true. Scratch was there, at Parliament Tower, undoing my work. He could use the story to escape. He could go after Alice.
啊，这边的剧情大概意思就是，空壳和韦克本体啊，在互相篡改对方的稿件，就是这个原稿。
Zane had said we worked on Return together. That was a lie. Scratch wrote Return. I would pay Zane another visit. He had guided me to 2 murder sites. I needed a new one to get back to Parliament Tower. A new draft of initiation.
哎，所以感觉上差不多就是这个艾伦·韦克在改稿件的过程当中就进入到下一章了，哎，也就是这一章面具。然后呢，我们再通过这个电视机进入到下一段剧情。
I don't have time for this, so let's get it over with. Tell me, was this all fake? A show?
No one said otherwise, Mr. Wake. It was to indulge you, but we can stop pretending now.
Masks come off.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I don't even think you know who's under your mask, but you know how to make things difficult for yourself. All these rules, endless, convoluted loops you insist on going through. You are so lucky, you know. There are so many people helping you. Armies of people. Myself. Your wife.
Alice. I need to get to her. She's in danger.
She is. Because of you. And so is someone important to me, someone you pulled into this. You keep opening doors. Peeking in. Reaching through to get what you want, and that puts you in my path.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have to go now.
Maybe you will make it through this time. This has gone on long enough. This and our night springs. It was a nice distraction.
It's time someone gave me a straight answer here.
The next time we meet, the circumstances will be very different. And you would do well to return the favor by playing your part. Or stay out of my way, Mr. Wake.
Whatever you say.
好，那么接下来从流程上来说呢，我们需要先离开这个摄影棚，然后呢，再到达海景旅馆去找到汤马士·赞恩。啊，这里可以看到啊，这个剧情应该是越来越深了，巨斧湖的水已经把这个摄影棚给淹了。 啊，有点黑，开一下手电。哎，这边我们又看到了阿提，过来跟他谈一谈。
Jumalauta, that held you close, Tom. Mutta on vaat set the granny in the snow. When the panic is biggest, the help is also near.
Door didn't seem happy to see me this time.
Fearing the master is the root of wisdom. But don't let the game get you down. He's playing his role. Maybe put him in your films, Tom, like you have put me. Sehän oliski.
What films?
I'm a fan of your masterworks. There is Tom the Poet, my favorite, and Yöden Yö is the most famous one, of course. And is it true what I hear, that it's coming back to cinemas soon? Is there a bottom to this rumor?
I need to get back to my apartment. Can you help me?
Well, plan is half done. You asked me to make sure you won't forget mikä se valokuva oli? The light pictures. The photos your artist wife took. They are waiting in the shoebox in the basement. What you leave behind, you find in front of you.
Okay. Thanks, Adi.
好，那在我们离开摄影棚之前呢，需要先找到爱丽丝留下的照片。这个照片的位置呢，实际上就是我们第一次拿到灯泡的位置。首先我们下楼，然后这里可以看到，这边并没有其他东西，所以我们需要进入到这个房间里边切换一下光源。哎，下边就会多出来一扇门，然后这边的楼梯也通了，直接下来。 啊，在这里切换光源。
I would find Alice's photos in a shoebox.
找一下接下来的路啊，应该是在这边。看这个灯光的颜色就非常像暗房，对吧？在这里切换一下光源，然后对面出现一个鞋盒，这也是我们第一次拿到灯泡的位置，就在这儿可以拿到爱丽丝留下的相片。
These were Alice's photos.
啊，回去的话其实有两条路，这边回去也可以，原路返回也可以。我们再把这个光源给吸回来了。
The other showed a light in the shape of a bullet. They were important, even if I didn't know what to do with them yet.
啊，这个也吸回来，然后我们就可以准备离开了。到达这个后门呢，这里我们再切换光源，那么这一章就结束了。这一章也是比较短的。好，那我们本期节目就暂时先到这里吧，感谢各位同学们的收看，咱们下期节目再见。下一章的话会比较长，然后这个歌曲大家慢慢欣赏吧。
Light is a poisonous, poisonous dart, forever seeking out the darkest part. Forever, forever, forever.